when the Page of Wands reversed shows up in a reading, then it automatically is a message of misdirection. There's lack of direction, there's procrastination, but this is also a creating conflict card. So whenever there's some kind of conflict taking place, this comes up. The Page of Wands reversed will do just about anything to get some kind of attention. Sometimes we find misbehavior or destructive actions because of the need to feel cared for or loved. So this imbalance needs to get noticed, or it's something important that's in play that's for cause of this unethical or dramatic means or situation. So the page reversed means that the character is walking the path of negativity and ego, and they're creating problems. They're creating mountains out of molehills. They're exaggerating things, and they're jealous. So this is a card of jealousy in play. This is also a card letting us know that we are over dramatizing and maybe becoming a little too temperamental. And if the Page of Wands is reversed and it's next to a king or a knight, that's also reversed, and the reading is about relationships, then that means that the man may be influencing the relationship unhappily. So this card will come up when there's someone in the relationship that is broken, or they've become hard, and it can even be an event, a conflict that is associated with this card. So if this reading is of a relationship, or it is an emotional thing that's happening. And this card reversed is a message that we may encounter some kind of unfavorable news or upsetting information. Remember, when it was upright, we were going to receive good news. Well, when this is reversed, then we may be receiving something, so be prepared for it, or call protection over it. That's what I do. If this comes up reversed in a reading, I usually pull 3 more cards to see what comes up and how it can be changed. Whenever I see negative things in a reading, I don't just leave it and say, oh, you're going to get some bad news, and let them sit there with that. I want to give them advice and guidance on how to deal with the situation and or any insights that might be coming up. The other thing is when the Page of Wands comes up reversed, remember that it is emphasizing the more negative character traits of the upright version. So that means that the person in the card, whether it's yourself or your seeker, will tend to show up when their mind is filled with maybe a great idea after another, but they're unable to process things beyond the beginning or the planning stages. And it also represents that maybe you have started a project or a hobby expecting that it would grow to great levels, but instead you ended up nowhere. And as painful as it is a good way of telling you that you should venture into something else, into something that's more meaningful, and avoid wasting time. So if this comes up in a reversed love reading, it means that there's someone that is failing to commit to the relationship. It also means that there is an unreliable lover, and that one person in the relationship is going to keep trying to search for the love in it, but won't get what they're seeking. In a reverse career reading, it means that there is boredom with a job, there's lack of energy, and you don't feel like, or the seeker doesn't feel like they're pursuing their career goals. And in a financial reading, this represents financial instability. And it can also represent overspending in the past, creating problems now. So one of the ways for you to get out of this situation and turn this card into a positive is to avoid wasting time with ego and outside intentions, because when this card comes up, then you're not honoring your authentic true self. And this card comes up to get your attention. And that is trying to change you from some kind of misbehavior or destructive qualities or actions. And it's only because you need to feel some kind of security and the unbalance needs to be noticed. So change of path. When this comes up, you need to change of a path. Now remember that the pages represent people and their character. This can be a child of any gender, or it can be any person of any age.